Okay, we are back, and we have the grand privilege of interviewing
Jimmy Langley.
Jimmy. Well, I thought it says James Langley.
You can call me
Sorry.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Listen, this is up close and personal, right?
Okay, that's
Right.
good.
So let's
Oh,
get up.
good.
Well,
Let's
my
do
dad's legal name was Jimmy,
Oh yeah.
not James, not Jim, Jimmy. And so I always love it when I meet another Jimmy.
And where are you from, Andrea?
New Orleans.
All right, that answers
area.
it.
Yeah, well, Daddy was from Alabama. Anyway, can I just say how much fun I'm having being the only gal here today,
That's really good, Andrea.
including Crockett? So it's me and the boys today.
Yeah. So, okay, Schwartz Commercial Realty. Tell us what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a partner in a commercial real estate firm that focuses on tenant representation. We negotiate purchase and lease contracts for businesses against landlords and owners of property or sellers of property on their behalf. And I love that we just focus on that because it really gives a nice niche, and we really can jump into that company and become part of that company to help them, handle a real estate expense and process. That's typically the second largest expense in a corporation.
Right. And you actually get most of your business a little bit differently than your competitors. You do a lot of public work.
I do. It's kind of funny. It just naturally happened for me. I'm on the board of directors for Big Brothers Big Sisters of San Diego, which is one of the largest nonprofits in the county. I also sit on the alumni business in the Office of Strength and Vocation for Point Loma Nazarene, where I graduated from. Running a nonprofit for youth baseball. I've run a travel ball team for kids that are great athletes that can't afford travel baseball. I just finished it for this last season or the season before last. And you just help kids who can't really afford to go and play the travel ball that you have to do in San Diego, which is all travel sports and so expensive.
Yeah, well, I think you need to tell our listeners why you do that. I mean, your background, you were a professional athlete before you got involved with this, weren't you?
Yeah, very lucky to play Division I baseball and then transfer over to Point Loma Nazarene and then get a chance to play for a short stint afterwards. And I ended up getting hurt, and it really opened up my eyes in the business sense of things and getting involved. I was so lucky to have been good enough to get these great opportunities that I wanted to make sure that I got involved with kids and make sure they're doing their homework and having the connections and doing the things they need to do to have a plan after sports are over.
Yeah. That's just fantastic. You're just combining business and the community.
Yeah.
With those who are in need of so many services. I wish more business people would do that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what impresses me is I've run across many a professional athlete, and especially when they're either in their playing days or shortly thereafter, they're into taking advantage of their celebrity and having fun, and to see somebody that got involved and gave back right away. Some of the things that you've done are very impressive. So you've worked with Big Brothers Big Sisters and still doing some stuff with Point Loma Nazarene. Any great stories you got to tell us?
Yeah, I've got all kinds of great stories.
My waiting for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, thank you. I teed it up. You knocked it down. Thank you for that. My favorite thing, it has to be Big Brothers Big Sisters right now. It's just what a great organization. Helping kids who need a mentor in their life. I guarantee every one of us here can think about someone who was so important to them and help point them in the right direction to become a success. And that's exactly what Big Brothers Big Sisters focuses on. And so, my job is to go being part of the board is to help bring in some money and awareness for that organization. And my path happened to be through their golf marathon that they do. It's at the Rancho Bernardo Inn. It's in the third week of June and on a Friday. And what you do is you sign up and we rent out the course for the day. You play golf all day long. You try and golf 100 holes in one day.
Oh, wow.
And you raise money. And you go out and tell people, look, I'm doing a golf marathon. Can you pledge some money to me? I'm going to try and golf 100 holes to raise awareness and money for Big Brothers Big Sisters of San Diego. And I help take that event from a $100,000, gross event to a $200,000 gross event. And it is a blast. It is like, you think of the stress of playing 100 holes and doing all these things, and you just forget about all that when you're out there because it's so much fun. There's kids out there. There's bigs out there. The organizations out there. You got professional athletes coming out. A lot of the charters like to come out and play. And so it's just fun. You're part of the community. You're doing something so good, and you feel great, and you don't even feel sore or anything at the end of the day. It's just a good time.
Well, especially if you've got a really good golf cart, right?
Right,
to
exactly.
help you get to the next hole.
Exactly.
You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. here with the lovely and talented Andrea Kay. I just wanted to do that one.
Well said. Well done.
And
Be kind.
Yes,
be kind.
Urban.
I know where you're going.
We're here with Urban and Jimmy Langley from Schwartz Commercial Realty.
Well, what I love so much about Jimmy's story, not to put you on the spot,
Yeah.
but really what a true American success story you are. I think that your story, more than most of people we've had on the show, really exemplifies the American spirit that you can come from humble beginnings, you can come from a difficult past, and if you can dream it or are willing to work hard enough for it, you can still achieve it in this country.
Yes, no, that's a fact, no doubt about it. I'm very lucky to be where I'm at now, and I came a long way to get here, and had some great help along the way to get there. So,
Yeah.
Well, so what do you have coming up in any kind of projects in the future?
I've got a lot going on. Listen, obviously our company is doing so great, and the investment world in San Diego is just absolutely taken off. And there's a big tech boom, and a lot of great industries are actually coming into San Diego on the looking for that creative office type space. And then there's a lot of companies looking to invest in real estate as things are moving. So our company has been very busy on the analytical side for purchase opportunities, acquisitions. We've done a lot, and then also on the leasing side of things, companies are growing, expanding, relocating, and so it's just really exciting. And then in addition to that, just invested in a few different restaurant bar establishment, one being Wonderland in Ocean Beach, which is just absolutely taken off.
Wow.
And then we purchased Nick's at the beach in Pacific Beach and just started renovations on that last week. And that will become the local Pacific Beach. And then the locals downtown here also, which I'm a partner of now, and looking forward to revitalizing that and get some.
When do you sleep?
Oh my God, it's
Crazy.
it's funny. My wife honestly is the most supportive woman. She's so amazing, and we've got a little girl at home, one on the way,
Wow. Yay.
and it's which is great. And without that kind of support, you're dead in the water. There's no way you could do it and have a family. So my wife's really supportive, and I've just my whole life. I mean, with baseball and school and all these things, you just get used to going nonstop all the time. And so, good or bad or whatever, my motor just never stops. If I'm awake, I'm doing something productive.
When you're excited every morning when you wake up, you can't wait to wake up.
Right.
You don't lay around there in bed just thinking about what I'm going to do today.
It helps to love what you do, right?
It does,
I think when you're like really want to go to the office and do things, it's easy to get up and do it. And when you're there, there's no downtime when you love doing what you do. So,
Well, a lot of people would be surprised. They think of a professional athlete that must have been your one true passion.
Right.
But it seems like you've been able to translate that passion into a new passion in other ways. And I find that fascinating as well, because I think so many people come out of the military, they come out of professional sports, and they flounder because they have no idea what to do with their lives.
Right.
How did you make that transition?
It's actually, I've got a great story. I learned in baseball, sports, learning about fear and fear of failure. And I was a pitcher. And so when you pitch, you have to not be afraid to walk the winning run at the end of the game, right? And just do your thing and be good at it. So when it came into the business side of things, I was never once afraid to go and introduce myself to somebody or go and, shake a hand to someone, or do whatever it took to make the right connection or meet the right person or make a business move or, just take a chance if I believed in it. And I've always trusted my gut on things. And so, just try not to be afraid of things and take that chance or be the kid in the front of the class that raises his hand has been something that I've always tried to, live.
You came from some pretty humble beginnings too, didn't you?
I did. I'm really open about everything now. It took me a while to get there, but I'm happy to. Yeah, I was a kid who grew up without my father. I haven't seen him or heard from him since I was 4 years old. My mom raised us, and it was not easy. She had never worked before. She was a single mom, and so that was a learning curve for her. And luckily for me, I had an older brother who was just so amazing. And for us, I was the type of guy, and he was too, that we had to work. And since I was 10 years old, I've been paying my own bills and buying my own clothes and buying my own cars and fixing them myself and doing that sort of thing, which is why I am who I am today now. So I wouldn't change it for the world.
I think that's great. It
you've
sounds a lot like Urban's story too.
Right.
So well, we're starting to run short on time. So why don't we get into how do our listeners get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can call me direct. My direct line is 619-241-4643. 4635. You can go to our website, www.schwartzcommercial.com, and then Jay Langley at schwartzcommercial.com. You can email me as well.
Great. Any final tips on tenant representation you want to leave our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of times tenants lean on the shoulders of their broker to just tell them what to do. Your broker needs to educate you so you can make an informed decision on what you're doing.
Great.
That's a big difference.
Great. Well, thanks for being with us. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working to make a difference in their community. This is financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We will see you next week.
Next week, and next week's the boat show.
The boat show.
San Diego Boat Show at Sun Road Marina. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Great.
I don't know.
Yay.
Thank you, guys.